The WNBA is in shock after Team USA made a major decision involving CaitlinClark. And trust me, this one changes everything. The league is feeling the impact, and it was only a matter of time. For months, the WNBA seemed to underestimate Caitlin's game-changing abilities. While officiating issues added chaos, a recent interview with Sue Bird revealed a bombshell nobody expected. What she shared could mark the league's toughest challenge yet, and it's already starting to play out. Keep watching as we break down why panic is gripping the WNBA.
CaitlinClark on the Olympic team?
Right now?
No, no. This past Olympic team.
I knew you were going to ask this question. Honestly, I have to just say that I respected the committee's job. I understood what was at play. I understood the pros and the cons, I guess, if you want to lay it out that way. And I think at the end of the day, it's hard to criticize a gold medal. A lot of people see the final game against France. They see, only winning by a couple points, and they view that as some sort of indicator. But the reality is we've been having close games at the Olympics for years. I can attest to that. So that wasn't really that new. Winning a close game like that wasn't new. That didn't have anything to do with it.
If you've missed the recent buzz, here's what went down. The WNBA is in full scramble mode after Team USA made a game-changing decision. Sue Bird, now serving as managing director, is making moves that have everyone talking. She plans to give CaitlinClark the opportunity she was denied last year, and this single decision could shake the league to its core. The WNBA is facing a major shakeup, and shockwaves are spreading fast.
The beauty of USA basketball and what we have going in this country is all the talent, and that's always been the case. So I kind of just don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
I think that's how I'm coming in. But I know being a player, bringing that perspective, it's going to make my ability to support this team unique.
Our hooligans, Cheryl Reeves included, so full of themselves, so bound by tribalism that they just couldn't look past their own nose. And at the end of the
WNBA has a history of questionable decisions, but Sue Bird isn't letting that slide, especially when it involves CaitlinClark. Overlooked last year despite her immense talent, Caitlin exposed the league's flaws. Under Sue's leadership, her spot on Team USA seems all but guaranteed. With Bird at the helm, the league can only watch as Caitlin dominates on the global stage. The athlete who electrified college basketball is finally getting the recognition she deserves, long overdue.
As you know, Cheryl Reeves, head coach of the USA women's basketball team, has also been getting a little bit of backlash, right? Yeah. And now she's decided to make her X profile private. This is kind of the still same realm of what we're talking about, Dan.
Well, you're supposed to be above it. I always felt like as a coach, I got to watch everything because I got to lead. And whether it was going into a team meeting, I wanted to be prepared. If I was having a meeting with a parent, I wanted to be prepared.
Let's be real. CaitlinClark went through the classic WNBA snub last year. Overlooked despite her undeniable star power, she was left off Team USA and everyone noticed. Now, with Sue Bird in charge, it's almost certain Caitlin will be selected. The league is finally confronting the truth. Caitlin isn't just good, she's generational. Ignoring her last year may have been the league's biggest mistake.
Controversial, the most talked about story of the 2024 season. You want to know? You want me to tell you? Okay, I'll tell you. It was CaitlinClark being snubbed from the Olympics. Yes, that story, that headline that had Stephen A. Smith talking, that had everybody and their mama talking. And what's crazy about it, we all remember the storyline. Diana Taurasi got to get her sixth medal to make history, and then ultimately she got benched. She got benched. Now, what if I was to tell you that the WNBA made it their business to clean house? What did I tell y'all at the beginning of this offseason going into this preseason? Kathy Engelberg is going to get rid of everybody that wronged Caitlin.
For years, the WNBA, a league known for professionalism, has made questionable decisions, often focusing on drama and officiating controversies instead of its stars. CaitlinClark felt this firsthand last season, struggling to get fair calls. Officials often seem to ignore her presence on the court. If the league acts like she doesn't exist, Why would the calls be any different?
Expected to be announced as the managing director for the USA women's national team for the 2028 Olympic cycle. She will take on what is known as the Grant Hill role, selecting player rosters and coaching staff. And for those of you who aren't too familiar with the WNBA or the women's side of Team USA, and Grant Hill's a little bit new in this role, Jerry Colangelo role.
Wonder who they're going to pick as the coach, because obviously she's UConn. Who's she going to pick for the players? Like, there is going to probably be some UConn freaking bias here with Sue Bird, but of all the UConn people, she's the least likely to have full-on UConn derangement level bias. Like, there's definitely going to be some UConn bias, but like, I don't think it's going to be like derangement level from her.
When Team USA's final roster was revealed, CaitlinClark was missing, despite a college season worthy of MVP accolades. Fans were stunned. The league tried to defend it with excuses, but the truth was simple. They weren't ready for the spotlight Caitlin would bring. Her electrifying presence had turned college basketball into a viral spectacle, and the league initially ducked the challenge.
Sue Bird won 4 WNBA championships. She was an All-Star 13 times, one of the more decorated basketball players in history, and also a 5-time Olympic gold medalist. Just named USA Basketball Women's National Team Managing Director. That's a hell of a title there. Is that on your business card? And what exactly does that mean, Sue?
Need like a business index card at this point or whatever.
Now, Team USA is hitting reset, led by Sue Bird, the multi-time champion, Olympic gold medalist, and basketball mastermind understands winning at the highest level. As managing director, Sue is building a roster to dominate internationally without worrying about politics or comfort zones. CaitlinClark is in her plans, and anyone expecting otherwise should reconsider.
The best point guard was the best point guard on Team USA or for America was Chelsea Gray. At that stage, I'm guessing Skylar Diggins was second best, but if you're looking right here, what point guard did they bring? Brought Chelsea Gray. They brought Sue Bird. Who was the starting point guard? Sue Bird. Sue Bird started at the 1. Because it didn't matter. Is she better than Chelsea Gray? No. Just like in 2024, I'd say they felt bad that Chelsea Gray was by far the best point guard in
the WNBA fumbled when they had the chance to secure CaitlinClark, letting a future superstar slip. Now she's dominating highlight reels, and Sue Bird is watching it unfold. The league is scrambling to repair its image while Caitlin shines on the international stage. Officials who ignored her brilliance last season will now witness her undeniable talent firsthand. Once Sue Bird's decisions are official, everything changes.
Sue Bird won 4 WNBA championships. She was an All-Star 13 times, one of the more decorated basketball players in history, and also a 5-time Olympic gold medalist. Just named USA Basketball Women's National Team Managing Director. That's a hell of a title there. Is that on your business card? And what exactly is that?
If the WNBA were a reality show, referees would be the villains. Caitlin faced constant challenges with officials ignoring obvious fouls. She played at a superhero level, while the refs seemed to exist in an alternate universe where fouls didn't exist. Despite the chaos, Caitlin pushed through, showing the league her extraordinary talent.
Another year and another case of WNBA referees dropping the ball, not making the right calls when it comes to CaitlinClark. Bruh, how we one game away for the start of the season and we have already CaitlinClark getting fouled extremely hard. Look back at the referee like, damn, you didn't just see me get annihilated in the head, and the referee, nothing.
Enter Sue Bird, the calm, experienced legend. She won't tolerate Caitlin being treated like background noise. With multiple championships, Olympic gold, and unmatched basketball IQ, Sue is cleaning house as Team USA's managing director. She's here to win, and CaitlinClark is finally getting her due credit. The WNBA will have to face the consequences of their past oversights.
It's CaitlinClark because she got pushed 2 times in this game, and they were really hard pushes. And I'm not against I'm so for the chippiness. It's not going to do anything but make Caitlin better. It's not going to do anything but give these players more notoriety. I'm all for it. These players are playing hard defense on CaitlinClark. I love it. They're chasing her around. I love it. What I don't love is the push. The push is crazy. You push her down. That's crazy. There were 2 plays in this game that were not basketball plays. And on both of these plays, she got pushed to the ground.
The WNBA's decisions often leave fans bewildered. Despite CaitlinClark being one of the most electrifying players in years, the league has sometimes treated her as background scenery. But now, with Sue Bird in charge, that ends. Caitlin's talent will no longer be overlooked.
Preseason is now over, and we're about 7 days away from the start of the season. And I'm telling you right now, it's already kicking off with drama, bro. It just is what it is, dog. There is so much high expectations on the line for CaitlinClark this year. She's already pretty much the front runner to win the WNBA MVP. There's championship or bust issues going on with this team.
Officiating has been a constant problem. Caitlin would drive to the basket and get slammed, but calls went ignored, while minor actions against others were whistle-blown instantly. She played like a superhero while the league seemed in another universe.
It's really special. I think it's cool. Like, you know, this is exactly what we wanted for women's basketball, but also I feel like, you know, it could have been a thing a long time ago. There's been so many amazing stars in our game, and there's been so many amazing people to support our game. Like, it's not surprising that everybody's wanting to talk about it right now, but the product has always been there. Maybe it's, you know, on an increased level, and I think that goes back to my first point is, you know, the parity in our game, the stars in our game, the young talent in our game. You know, people are just attracted to that. They love watching the competitive fight.
This isn't just a few missed calls. It's a systemic issue the WNBA quietly enforced. CaitlinClark deserved recognition, yet was sidelined. Enter Sue Bird, the game changer. Under her leadership as Team USA's managing director, Caitlin will finally receive the credit she earned. Politics and egos won't stop her. The WNBA may have overlooked her, but now she's set to dominate internationally, and the league can only watch. Sue Bird ensures CaitlinClark gets the superstar treatment she's long deserved.